another video, and for today's video we're going to be sharing with you guys our 7 steps to the perfect silk press. Now usually every year I like to do a tutorial type video where I do a voiceover, but I didn't feel like doing all that this year because I literally do the exact same thing and I use the exact same tools. So this year I want to do a video where we break it down for y'all, and these are actually steps and tips that I really don't talk about that often, but they make the biggest difference. So this is more of a detailed video if you want to do a silk press at home, because I know some people like watching the tutorials just to watch them, but if you want to actually do it yourself, you actually need to know these steps. Okay, so the first one is to use shampoos and conditioners with limited to no oils. So anything that's a salon brand like Redken, Joico, or even if it's not salon, if it's something that's lighter, on the lighter side. Yeah. So Real Geo has some really good shampoos and conditioners, Audra Beauty. Long as it's not super heavy, then that's gonna give you the results that you're looking for. Yes. And if you wanna go drugstore, Dove Damage Therapy is excellent for at-home silk press. That's like one of our OG products that we started out using, and it gives you beautiful results. And like Kendra said, it doesn't have like hardly any oils in it because it won't weigh your hair down. So that's what we're trying to avoid. Right, but it'll still be soft and nourished and like, you know, healthy. Exactly. But the products we have here, we have actually used for years, and I'm going to talk about these that I just recently started back using. So this is from Redken, and this is their Extreme Length line. I love these. I feel like they still work the same even though they changed their packaging. They do. Which I'm very happy about, because sometimes when brands like relaunch a product or a line, they always change something ingredient wise, and then it just messes up my results. Yes. But my hair still turned out really well with these. And the shampoo, as you can see, is clear. And typically for me, I try to look for a clear shampoo when I know I'm going to straighten my hair, especially when I'm coming directly from curly hair. Yeah. That's especially important when you're going from curly to straight. Yeah. Make sure you use a clear shampoo because it's going to clarify the hair and get rid of all that buildup from all of the products that you've been using. Because I'm not going to lie, when I do my wash and goes, I use a crap ton of products. And if you don't get all of it out, it's going to reflect in your silk press. Yes. So it's going to be sticky and gross and not be flowy and silky. So this shampoo is really, really good. It's good for damaged hair. It says it's pH balanced formula. It has biotin in it, so it's for length care. So it's supposed to help retain length. If you have a problem with breakage or any kind of damage, this line is really good. And the conditioner I'm obsessed with because it's like a really nourishing conditioner, but it's not like a super thick conditioner. It's right in between. So it's like a good conditioner without being like super heavy. Yeah. It detangles really well, and I love this line. It smells amazing. It just smells like candy. Candy. It's like a warm candy floral smell. Yeah. Really nice. I also have an OG product to mention that's also from Redken. This is the All Soft line. Now this is a line that does not have a clear shampoo, but it's still really, really good to achieve a really, really nice at-home silk press. We've been using this line for like 7 years, maybe 8. A long time. Maybe longer. I don't know. But All Soft is like one of my favorite lines from Redken. It's excellent for your hair if it's super, super dry. So if you're somebody who has extremely dry hair and your hair takes forever to like get smooth, you do have to use something that's a tad bit heavier. But this is good without weighing your hair down and still giving you nice smooth results. So number 2, I know this one may sound kind of obvious, but I still feel like I have to mention it. Make sure you shampoo your hair 2 to 3 times when doing a silk press. I feel like I have to say this because I'm not gonna lie, when I'm doing my wash and goes, I don't always co-wash or shampoo 2 times. But I feel like when you're doing a silk press, you have to get all of the product buildup out in order for it to be silky. That's the whole point of a silk press. So shampoo at least 2 to 3 times. Like you still feel like your hair is not clean enough, shampoo a 3rd time. It will be fine because you're going right into conditioner right after. So this time I actually did shampoo my hair 3 times. Mainly because I had color in it and I was trying to make sure I got all of it out, and I was going from curly like Kendra said earlier. You have to make sure you get all of the buildup out of your hair before you go in and condition. So 2 to 3 times. Don't just be shampooing no one time and think your hair gonna be silky, because you're still gonna have product left over. Well, that's also where lather, rinse, repeat came from too, because it's kind of like double cleansing your hair. I mean your face. Yeah. You know, first you like get rid of the buildup and then you're actually cleaning it second. Yeah, the second wash is to actually cleanse. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. So 3rd, you're gonna wanna get a good deep conditioner and give yourself a good deep conditioning treatment. So this is a vital step, especially like we just said, you're gonna be shampooing your hair multiple times. So obviously conditioner is a good 2nd step after shampoo. But after that, going with a good hair mask that's gonna give you like a really nice treatment, especially if you have like really damaged hair Or if you just want to maintain your healthy hair and to get like this super soft silky feel. I feel like when I skip a hair mask, if I just shampoo and condition like regular and not do a hair mask, I can feel a difference in my hair.
Me too.
So for me, this is a very important step. This is the one that I've been using. This is from Redken as well, and this is their Extreme Length Triple Action Treatment. I love this. Smells incredible. They did change this formula, but I do like the new addition to it. The ingredients don't have any kind of mint in here or parenthymum zinc, but for some reason my scalp feels very cooling when I use this. It feels like a nice spa experience, I'm not gonna lie. So I'm obsessed with this mask. I for sure will be repurchasing. And if you guys haven't tried any of like the Redken masks, this is one you need in your collection. Like it's so good. My hair feels soft. It detangles really well. I don't really have like too much like fallout. Like my hair doesn't shed a lot while I'm using this. And I feel like the more you use it, the better like your hair is going to continue to look.
Yeah, exactly.
So this is the kind of product where you have to continue to be consistent as well.
Yeah. I also love the Joico K-Pack mask. That's also an OG product we used to use all the time. That's also a really good mask to do a silk press with.
Yes.
And then a newer favorite of ours, I used this one a lot last year, is the Audra Beauty Blue Tansy Treatment Mask.
Yes.
That thing is amazing. It's excellent if you have super damaged brittle hair. So that one is amazing as well.
Also really thick hair. That's good for people with very thick, coarse hair.
Yeah, the Audra Beauty one is good for super thick, coarse hair. So. Okay, so number 4 is another one that I find a big difference when I do this. And it's not using too much of your leave-on products. Remember, we want to keep it nice and light to make sure the hair is nice and silky and flowy when we're done. So for your leave-on products, I would recommend for like each quadrant, depending on how you like to section your hair before you go in and blow dry. So on damp hair, make sure you're using at least a dime size to a quarter size amount of your leave-in. Don't use any more than that, because if you do, then your blowout is going to be kind of sticky, and then your flat iron is going to be greasy. I always know if I'm gonna have like a good silk press before I even go in and flat iron.
When you feel it blow dry.
Yeah, because usually when you feel it and it's blow dry and it feels kind of like sticky and tacky, that means you use too much of your leave-on products.
Or you use too many products, period.
Yes, that's true. I see some people use like 3 products before they go in and blow dry. I'm like,
you don't need all that.
You don't need all that. What are you doing? So yeah, keep it light. Also, as far as keeping it light, make sure you're using an actual lightweight product too. So this is an OG favorite of ours. You guys know we've been using this forever. This is the Redken Extreme Anti-Snap Treatment. So this is an excellent leave-on treatment. It's really good to help stop breakage, because you're going to be detangling with this end. So you want to make sure you have a really good leave-in product to help with detangling, but that's also lightweight so that your blow dry is not sticky. I really like this one because, like I said, it's really helpful for breakage and retaining length. So I've been using this for like, I think like 9 years. They changed the packaging. I actually prefer the other packaging. It's like a pump. This is more like a spray. Because a lot of times with the spray, people think they're just supposed to go in and do this, and that makes me really nervous.
But it depends on the texture of the product though.
That's true, but I feel
like if this was more watery, you can just do that, but this still has a more like creamy
yeah texture. I was like, why would they put it in a spray bottle? Because people are gonna actually automatically think you're supposed to go in and do that. When to me, like you said, it's creamy, so you're supposed to put it in your hand,
and you have more control
of how much you're putting in. Exactly. So kind of like the It's a 10 Miracle leave-in, that can get greasy kind of fast if you put too much in. So I would just say, if you want to have control over the amount, put it in your hand and make sure it's not too much. Also with leave-on products, make sure you put most of the product at the ends, and then whatever you have left over, then you can put it at the top, because your roots is what gets greasy the fastest when you have a silk press. So if you want your silk press to last, try to avoid putting any product on the roots. Okay, so number 5, make sure your hair is completely dry before you flat iron, like bone dry. Yes, bone dry. This makes a huge difference in your flat iron as well, because if there's any kind of moisture left in the hair, then your hair won't last. It won't have that luster. For some reason,
feel like fluffy and soft and like airy. It'll feel heavy and like weighed down. And tacky, like sticky, oily. It'll feel oily.
Exactly.
Because the moisture for some reason feels like oil.
It does.
Like after you go in with the flat iron.
So
and like the steam also.
Yeah.
From like the flat iron creates.
Exactly.
Can make that worse too.
Exactly. So make sure your hair is actually completely dry when blow drying. Because I know you're trying to rush through your blow dry, because it is a lot of work. I'm not going to lie. Believe me, I sweat during my blow dry. It's a lot of work, but you have to make sure your hair is completely dry before. So after you're done blow drying, always feel your hair before you go in and flat iron, because you know if your hair is dry. Yeah. So feel it with your hands. Don't just assume
problem areas.
Exactly. Don't just assume all of your hair is dry because it looks dry. You have to actually feel it with your hands. So make sure there's no moisture left over in the hair before you go in and flat iron. Okay, so number 6 is another one that I think is obvious, but I'm still going to mention it anyway. So make sure you do slow passes while flat ironing. So don't be trying to go over like real fast. Make sure you start at the root.
That's actually going to damage it too.
Yeah, it's going to damage it. So you can go over it a couple times at the roots to make sure your roots are smooth.
Yeah.
But when you go through like the actual hair, go down really, really slowly, because the slower you go, the less passes you have to do. Because if you're going over each section really fast, you're going to have to keep doing it over and over again. And like Kendra said, that can create way, way more damage. And we have had heat damage in the past. It's not fun to come back from. It takes a long time to get rid of. So if you do slow passes, you usually don't have to do any more than 2. Me personally, I only have to do 2 passes on one part of my hair if I do very slow passes. And that's also how your hair is gonna actually get straight.
Yes.
So if you're trying to do this and you're rushing, don't even waste your time. Make sure you have time to do this.
Yes. And the reason why you say like go over your roots, like you can do that multiple times, that's because that's the newer hair, and usually that's the hardest to get straight because it's like fresh, like new baby like curls and stuff.
And it's thicker.
And it's thicker. And also that part of the hair can take more manipulation. The bottom of your hair is older, so it's more delicate.
Yeah, it's more delicate. It can't take as much as your roots can.
Yes.
This is old hair. This is new hair. So you have to baby this a lot more.
Yeah.
Like in our book, baby your ends. If you know, you know.
Right. Last one, number 7, is to have fresh, clean tools before you start doing your hair. So make sure everything is cleaned out. You don't have any excess product, any like extra oils on your flat iron. Make sure everything's like fresh and clean. Your brushes, combs, whatever you use. Make sure it's all cleaned with soap and water. We like to sit ours out like face down so they can dry. And then if it's not dry, we'll just kind of finish drying it with the blow dryer.
Yeah.
We used to do that in beauty school. That was a trick we used to use. Like when you had a new client, make sure you like clean it right quick and then blow dry it.
Yeah, I used to do that with all my brushes.
Yes.
Because you don't want to be putting dirty tools on clean hair, because that kind of defeats the purpose of you cleaning the hair.
Yeah.
So make sure you clean your tools. I know this was something a lot of people forget about.
I've even been guilty of this.
Forgetting to clean your brushes and combs. So just make sure everything's nice and clean before you go in and start your silk press. Okay guys, so that completes this video. We hope it was helpful for you guys who are about to get ready to do a silk press at home, because for us this is silk press season. So we wanted to make sure we give you guys all the tips and tricks that we use that are super helpful. We will have a full list of all of our like Holy Grail like silk press products in the description box, because we're really, really picky with our silk press products. I mean, we're picky anyway, but especially if we're going to be straightening our hair, because I've tried plenty of products in my hair. It's a
system. When something works, you want to make sure you use those
exact products.
Tools.
Yeah, because I'm not going to lie, I've used different products to straighten my hair, and my hair doesn't always come out the same. So products are a big deal. So yeah, check out the description box.
Okay guys, so that wraps up today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see y'all next time.